I would never have expected to be as addicted to Animal Crossing New Horizons as I currently am. I've never been a big fan of the life simulation genre, but that's exactly what I said before playing Stardew Valley, so either I secretly love these types of games and I'm just now realizing it, or it came at the perfect time where I'm locked indoors with nothing better to do anyway. But either way, wow, yeah, it's the best. I'm having the time of my life. The real-time aspects have sunk their hooks into me. I gotta check back every day to see what's new. And my wife just doesn't understand. She'll say, "Wanna go on a walk?" And I'm like, "I gotta sell my turnips!" But all that being said, the longer I play, I'm noticing these little irritants. Just these itty-bitty annoyances that keep popping up and making the experience more frustrating to play. Animal Crossing is a repetitive game by nature, and it's like 80% scrolling through menus. So boy, do the tiny things stack up quickly, and a few optimizations would go a long way toward its quality of life. So I put them in a list, and that's exactly what we're gonna count down. 10 things I wish I could do in New Horizons. Now, I should clarify that this is my first Animal Crossing game, so I may not know all the secret mechanics or hidden details like the veterans. Just understand that going in, as well as the fact that some of these issues could change with future updates. It seems like Nintendo is already pretty adamant about tweaking the game with regular patches, so perhaps, actually, hopefully, they fix them. That would be the dream, honestly, if this video becomes irrelevant with a few adjustments. Get on that, Nindy, please. But until then, hey, let's talk about how things could be better. Let's get the big one out of the way up top, eh? I wish I could craft more than one thing at a time. Since this is the first Animal Crossing to include crafting mechanics, it makes sense for there to be a few bumps in the road. But this is a pretty giant one that frankly feels inexcusable in 2020. It's bad enough that you have to make a flimsy version of a tool before you can craft the better one. But have you tried grinding out a bunch of fishing bait? This is torture. If you have the resources available, why not just be able to select how many you want from the get-go? And I know you can speed up the animation by mashing A, but that is definitely not the main issue here. If you barely ever had to craft singular items here and there, it wouldn't be a problem. But this is a central theme of the game, and it wears out its welcome real quick. I wish I could know exactly where my character is going to interact with the ground. I can't tell you how many times I've gone to place, move, or dig something up and accidentally did it on the wrong tile. This is the curse of having a grid-based game with a fully movable character, I suppose. But why not take a page out of Stardew Valley's book and give the player a preview window of where you're about to chop, water, or plant? This would solve the entire problem, actually. It wouldn't even have to be permanent. You could make it an option to toggle on or off. Also, can we talk about how placing objects puts them in front of you, but planting flowers puts them directly underneath you? It's so disorienting to go back and forth between the two. Why, Nintendo, why? This one's not quite as important, but I wish you could see the price of each item as you're selling them at the shop. Not only is this something basically every other game already does, but it would make learning the price of each new bug and fish I discover way less time-consuming. This wasn't as big of a deal at first, but now I find it helpful to know their value, so I can decide if it's worth carting around to sell later or if I should just release the cheap ones on the spot. But really, this would be useful for all items. I think this would be a simple addition, especially because it's literally already in the game with the drop box, so why not in the shop too? Oh, and putting the turnip prices on the outdoor sign as well as the hot item of the day? That would be great too, thanks. I really wish you could see how much durability is left on your tools. Nets, fishing poles, and shovels breaking on you is a depressingly regular occurrence. And while the slowness of crafting is its own issue, I feel like it would be a big help just to know how close I am to needing a replacement. We've already learned that customizing a tool resets its durability, but who's got time to keep a running tally of how many hits you've already used on each of your current tools? Just give me a bar or something, please. There's nothing worse than losing an axe right in the middle of chopping some wood, or a net when a rare bug is in your line of sight. I need to be able to plan ahead with this stuff. Then I hear that even the golden tools break? That's a load of nook, man. I wish I could turn off holiday changes, or at least be able to opt into them. The recent Bunny Day event was not exactly loved. Zipper is in my nightmares. And you know what? The eggs replacing virtually all the precious resources you normally try to collect wouldn't be the end of the world if it were something I chose to partake in. Like, what if it was similar to the fishing competition, where a timer started and you could collect as many eggs as you want in a brief limit? That sounds way better. I'm sure they'll take the criticism into account for future holidays because it was severe, but even if it was just for a limited time of the day instead of 24/7, that would be a big improvement. That way, if I didn't want to craft your ugly egg furniture, I don't have to worry about it. Okay, thanks, bye! I wish you could access your home storage from crafting benches. Like, I get it, I guess, if you're out and about, but especially if you put a crafting table in your house, there's really no reason for me not to be able to do this. Having to go separately into my storage and put what I need into my inventory is especially tedious when I don't remember what resources I need offhand, so I need to check the recipe, then go and grab the stuff, then craft it, then forget the customization kits in my storage too, so I go and get those. It's just an extra step that is pretty unnecessary, all things considered. Similarly, being able to access your wardrobe on the go would be a huge help when Goose gives me a new shirt to try on and I don't want to head all the way back home to put it away. Just saying. This one may be a bit more personal, but I wish you got rewards along the way as you donate to the museum. I don't want to sound like they should take every improvement from Stardew, but that was one of my favorite parts of donating in that game. It just might unlock a special seed or something if I gave a new gem to Gunther. You could make the argument that the reward is to simply see the museum fill up with the creatures you've collected. And I will say it is actually very beautiful. That clearly took a lot of time and effort to look that good. But what's especially odd is that they did reward you with little things at the beginning. But once the museum is fully built, it just stops. Seems like a really weird choice. I would love a dinosaur table or something. Dude's kind of a cheapskate, honestly. We mentioned the shop already, but really I wish all menuing in general was much faster. Blathers takes forever just to get your fossils checked or to donate a fish, and seeing the same dialogue every single day gets especially draining. Tom Nook makes you go like 5 options deep to pick exactly what you want him to do. I mean, yeah, you can speed up text with the B button, but even that isn't as fast as I would like. Everyone in this town is a chatty Cathy, and I know sometimes that's supposed to be who they are as a character, but man, when I just want to find out my star rating and that's it, please keep the small talk to a minimum, Isabel. It's okay, I still love you though. I was so excited to unlock Terraforming after weeks of playing, but once I finally did, to no surprise at this point, it's even clunkier than anything else in this game, yay! The combination of not knowing which square you're about to hit, and the fact that you're forced to do any action one tile at a time, means it will take hours and hours to do anything productive. It doesn't matter if it's walkways, rivers, it's all controlled with one button. So get ready to accidentally scratch off or break the wrong section time and time again. I wish it functioned like the in-home designer screen. That gives you a small glimpse of how much easier things could be. It shows you exactly where you're interacting and can move around the whole room with ease. Can terraforming be like this, please? Also, why does the app have a loading screen to open and close? I blame Tom Cook for that one. Last but not least, I wish the online was good. The whole thing, basically everything about it is terrible in its current state. Let's break it down, shall we? Not only does the menuing take forever to get where you want to go, but once you do fly to another island, it takes a long time to load in, but hey, at least you get a nice overhead sequence, right? But if you're already on the island and someone else comes in, you have to stop what you're doing and watch this. Like, why? Double fold. Why do I have to stop, and why this screen? If you or another player loses connection for any reason, all players are instantly kicked and lose anything they've collected on the new island. So if I go to sell my turnips but somebody else has bad internet, it makes it impossible for all the other players too. You can't decorate when you have visitors for some reason. The list goes on and on. But by far, the online aspect of Animal Crossing is the worst offender here, which is a real shame because hanging with friends is what I want to do most in a game like this. I really hope this is the first thing they address in future updates. But knowing Nintendo's history with internet functionality, I'm not holding my breath. At the end of the day, you could sum up all these gripes with one word: slow. I know Animal Crossing is a chilled out game that you're supposed to take your time with, but there's a difference between kicking back, taking it easy, and slowing down what the player wants to accomplish because of a UI issue. I think New Horizons delivers the laid-back customization aspect perfectly. I've loved decorating my house and making custom clothes, but the rest of the journey is bogged down with little missteps that really make the worst parts shine brightest. Like I said, I'm still having a blast, and can't wait to see what changes as time goes on and new things are added. But I hope small tweaks here and there are also on Nintendo's radar as we go. What about you? Are there other annoyances that I didn't mention that you wish they would improve? If you could have one dream feature added to Animal Crossing to make the whole experience run smoother, what would you include? Let me know in the comments below and let's talk about it. Look, do I wish you could give your extra DIY recipes to your neighbors? Of course, they give you ones all the time, why can't you return the favor? Do I wish you could put the clothes you just bought directly into your storage? Especially when they do offer you that option in the dressing room? Absolutely. But all of these improvements come from a place of adoration for what the game represents. I can't overstate how important of an escape this is for people with the world in its current state. So all in all, I can't complain too much. I should just relax on the beach and soak in the gift we have so far. I'll see you guys next time. Stay frosty, my friends.